doing this evening? I hope everybody is doing well. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is Victoria Violet on Gypsy Roots Talk and Tarot. Today we're going to be talking about a particular subject before we get into our tarot. And also I'm going to be introducing the prayer of the day. And of course, anything uplifting in general, right? Especially since this is Sunday, and most of us do believe that we're going from here into the beginning of our week. And because of that, I always like to try my utter best to be here on Sunday to give you some gas, to give you fuel for your week and something uplifting to look forward to, okay? So as people are gathering in, coming in, I'll go ahead and give this talk and then we'll get into the tarot. Thank you for your patience. All right, the first thing I wanted to talk about, which I found online, and I just thought it was so awesome that I left my computer on. Yeah, it is here. It's in front of me. So today we're going to be talking about fear in general, whether it's good, whether it serves us, and what it makes us feel, okay? So the first thing I found, which was really great, person that wrote it or the group that put it online, I'm going to tell you who that is, and it's kind of an unusual name, so bear with me. So the quote states, "Being brave isn't the absence of fear. Being brave is having fear, but finding a way through it." And that's what I keep telling you guys here on this channel of mine, is that I don't expect you not to have fear. You're not going to be some kind of superhuman person that automatically you just don't have that emotion anymore. You just don't have that type of energy flowing through you. Fear is there for a reason. What is the reason? Well, the good reasons is, for example, when your mom, as you were a child, kept telling you don't touch the stove because it's hot. And then you literally found out why it was hot and why you shouldn't touch the stove, right? Caveman days, well, we used the fear as adrenaline. That's what would shoot up into our bodies, and then we'd run, Forrest, run. Why? Because we were in danger. Dinosaurs were trying to eat us, right? Okay, so some fear is healthy. Even as an adult, that's a mature adult that's trying to form decisions that are well formed and made. It's good because it stops us long enough for us to weigh all the sides, pros and the cons. If I do this, what's going to happen? So in those instances, some fear is healthy, so long as it's short-lived. But what we're talking about today, and so well put by Bear Grylls, that's basically what it says, Bear Grylls. That's who wrote that quote. The point is that we're going to feel fear on a lot of different levels on a daily basis. But you cannot allow that to stop you from actually moving forward. You can't allow it to trap you in paranoia. You can't allow it to dictate whether you do something or you don't do something that you actually could benefit from, okay? So that's what we got for you there. Then we've got our beautiful little flip book, and today's quote is "Make the most of it." So what does that mean, make the most of it? Well, that means that when you have opportunities that come knocking at your door, you don't just let them pass and go by the wayside. I always use the Lazy Susan. For those that don't know what that is, it sits in the middle of your dining table and it turns. And you're not going to wait until that comes around again, because for some of us it takes 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, and you're not even here anymore. And I don't mean to be morbid, but I am trying to be raw, okay? A lot of my talks are raw, and the reason, because they're not rehearsed. They just come from the gut. They just come intuitively from divine, and I just spill them out for you, and you do with them what you want, what you need. And if you don't need them, then just toss them and leave them for someone else, okay? But the point is, life lessons are hard, but they are even harder, or can be, if you literally do not take on the challenge and instead at every instance that the divine, because that's who brings it, believe it or not, school is here. We're on earth to learn. So when they pose these things to us, put them in front of us, if you will, we're going to do probably 3 things. If you're a well-balanced person, you're going to stop in your tracks and you're going to contemplate for a short while. The other one is you're going to rush in. Only fools rush in. That's a saying. I didn't write it, but I do mean it. And then there's the other one that feels fear deeply, deeply, and allows that to paralyze them in place. Have you ever watched, even on TV, on the news, or anything like that, even in movies, right, where something happens and the person becomes paralyzed with fear and they can't even move? They're frozen in their state of animation and they cannot move. Even though they hear gunshots or whatever, they cannot move. You don't want to be that person, especially when it comes to decisions. But you definitely don't want to rush in either. So the middle ground is where we're going. Middle ground is always the best. Contemplate for a few seconds, a few minutes, or even a few days if it's something major. But then after that, you have all the pros and cons in front of you. Then you've got to step into your decision-making time, because otherwise you stay paralyzed in fear. And it's cyclical, meaning it goes in cycles, just like the lazy Susan. But the lazy Susan is kind of kind to you in that sooner or later it comes back. But again, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, you may not even be here anymore to make that decision that was so grand and could have brought you severe happiness. And I am using the word severe because grand happiness, some of us end up just saying, no, thank you, I'll pass. And that lazy Susan keeps going. And when it keeps going, it's not going to wait for you. It's going to introduce it to someone else who is ready to take on those challenges and to rise to the occasion. And sometimes when the universe brings it to you, it's because they see something in you, that dynamic within you, that spark, and they feel you have what it takes to take on this responsibility or this plight or this new endeavor. And when you shriek back and you say, universe, I don't want this, or I don't know if I want this, and you don't take hours, days, or even weeks, you take years, the universe just listens to you and pretty much adheres to what your cues are telling them or it. No, thank you. I'll stay here. I'm stuck. I hate my life. I don't like my life. I don't like anything about what's going on in my life. Or if you're like a normal person, I like my life, but it could be better. Then you're going to listen to the universe. You're going to ask the universe for signs, for clues, for signposts. What do we call them when we're going off and doing things and we're trying to find things with our GPS and whatnot? And in the old days, what did we ask for? Hey, I'm coming over. What should I look for? What color's your house? What block is it on? What is the cross street? How will I know I'm there? Etc. Landmarks. So asking the divine for landmarks is normal and is very healthy. Our prayer for today, okay? It states a person is considered righteous. Now this I literally just pulled it out because I wanted to share something with you. A person is considered righteous by what they do and not faith alone. James 2:24. And the reason I like to give you guys where it comes from is so that you can go and look it up as well later on. Why does this ring a bell to me, or why did it resonate as I was preparing to get online to talk to you? Because again, this particular channel, I cannot speak to other channels, but on this particular channel, so long as you're not a Satanist, so long as you're not someone that's constantly doing, bad things to people, whether that's by magic or by words or just being cruel in general. So long as you're not doing any of that, I welcome you here. I don't care what religion you are. Literally, what does it say? A person is considered righteous. I'm talking to those that believe in the Bible here, because you guys believe in the Bible to the point to where sometimes y'all even made me take my crosses down, which I love because they do represent Christ's suffering. And they also represent years and years and years of me collecting the different crosses. And I liked them because of the work of art as well. They're very ornate. I took them off because apparently being legalistic is so much more important towards some people. That's not what Jesus, the Christ energy is about. It's about inclusivity, and it's about loving everyone and meeting them where they are. And you can't change anything that you want to be changed if all you're going to be doing is throwing judgmental slurs at them. So be careful. Lest ye be judged as well. Remember the sty in your eye, right? So all I'm saying is I'm not going to be sitting here and being all Miss Little Righteous. If you're here to learn, if you're here to grow, if you embrace that there is a divine God and that all things emanate from Him, whether it's the masculine or the feminine side, it doesn't matter. I don't care if you're called Shiva or if you're called whatever. The point is, it all comes from one God and one alone. And that's my opinion. Since this is my channel, I'm entitled to it. But again, not by faith alone. Not by faith alone, it's by works. So the other day, why I'm bringing this up is because the other day, about 3 weeks back, I had introduced the fact that to me, I can't tell somebody that's a Buddhist, you're going to go to hell. Excuse my harsh language. I can't tell a Buddhist you're going to hell because you don't believe like I do. I'm a pagan Christian. Why I call myself that is because I believe both that the elements of nature are very strong, and I love being out in nature, and I know that my God created it. But I don't worship nature. I admire it. But I'm not going to tell a Buddhist that they're wrong and they're going to hell. Right? So the point is, if I'm supposed to love my neighbor, that's not very loving and it's not very kind. Now, a lot of things I don't agree with, but that's not my lifestyle. And so I'm not touching on that. If that's what you feel like you need to live, more power to you. Because after all, and I'll get off the soapbox, when I go meet my maker, when I go back home, I'm the one that has to give accountability of every single decision I've made, whether good or bad, and why I did it. Likewise, you do. So I'm not sitting here in judgment. So long as you're over 18, or at least 18 and over, do what thy will and harm none. That's including yourself. All right, let's get on with the tarot. Today, we're going to be working again. This is our basic tarot that I love to call it. This is our Weight Rider deck, and we're going to use that deck. We're also going to be using this particular deck. It's called Out of Hand. I don't know why they named it that. It's called Out of Hand tarot deck, and it's by, well, there's 2 names. It says Jamosayo. I don't know. I think that means love, maybe in Brazilian. Portuguese, not Brazilian. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. But I think Bao Tarot. I don't know. I'm trying to get the name, but there's no name here. Yeah, I think that's the way you say that I love you in Portuguese. I don't know why I said Brazilian. I'm thinking of waxing, okay? Brazilian blowouts. Forgive me for being human. So we're going to be using this one, of course, to sprinkle in with the main deck. And it's just so beautiful. The box has nothing on the actual tarot deck. And I just unboxed this one. And I thought, let's do that. Let's do the Quantum. This is called the Quantum Oracle by Sandra Ann Taylor. Again, I'm not getting paid to do any of these little show here and there, show and tells, but I just let you know in case you like the deck and you want to get it for yourself. I'm guessing then you could go and get it if that's what you want. All right, let's get started, Libra. We might also sprinkle in a couple of other tarot decks as we're going. All right, please remember this is a general tarot reading. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, air anywhere in your chart. If you happen upon this reading, it's yours. Okay? You can claim it. Let me know in the comments, by the way, as soon as I finish shuffling this one, I can start reading. where you are at this present time as we're doing this tarot reading. Okay, Spirit, we want to know about love today. Let's see if we can pull in some love card reading today. Let's talk about love. Let's talk about you. Let's talk about me. Let's talk about love. It's a country song. I can't remember. Let's talk about love. Remember that song? I can't remember who sings that. It's a pretty song, though. I like it. Okay. Let's go, Libra. Let's go. We're going to pull our 8, and then we'll start. Okay. Well, at least we have one king. Sorry. We have one king in the deck that came out so far. Okay. I did my crystal grid. I put it on my table. That's why I'm trying to be really careful. You can't see it, but I decided it needs to go on top of my work area. So I'm so happy that I got it and I got it set up. I really do want to start the memberships. So you guys start signing up so we can start doing classes and get more in depth on the tops. We can expound on it, okay? Oh my goodness. Rearing its ugly head is the 7 of Swords. What the heck are we trying to get? I can't win. I can't win. Why are we starting with the 7 of Swords, peoples? Don't know. Let's see if we can find out. Okay. All right, Spirit. Why is the Temperance card here, please? Why is Temperance here? And I show you the cards as we go along, okay? Oh. Okay. I know you want to go over there, but I don't want you to go over there. Stop it. Okay, Temperance. They're really naughty tonight. I will tell you that. I'm going to shuffle differently. The Temperance card, please. I know you want to talk about the King, but I'm not ready to talk about the King. And I do fight with Spirit. Yeah, the Divine does have, sometimes they are naughty and they want their way. And I have to redirect sometimes because of the fact that, well, they're like, I love them to pieces, but they're little gossip queens and kings. They literally just want to talk about people, so I gotta hold back sometimes. Temperance, why is Temperance here? Thank you. I don't want 5. I know, it's like having a little sister or a little brother, and you fight with them, and they fight back. 2 of Coins. Why is the 2 of Coins here? Why do we have a rocky road? Why? What do you mean, ups and downs, rocky road? What do you mean? Look, stop that. What do you mean, a rocky road? We have Gamer Girl. Hi. You can't talk to anyone? I have no idea what all that means. Are you going to talk to me? I have no idea what that means. Is that Angel? We already said hello to Angel. Hi, Carlina or Carlene. Victoria, hi. South Lima. Is that where you are in Lima? In Peru? Hi, Emmanuel. Hi, Nathandra. Hi, how are you guys doing? Okay. Why is it 2 of Coins here, please? Thank you. Why? Okay, fine. Thank you very much. Why is the 4 of Cups here, please? 4 of Cups. 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 Interesting. Okay. Now we can talk about the King of Wands. My goodness. King of Wands. I knew it. I knew you wanted to talk about the King of Wands. King of Wands. Flipping cards over. Anything else for the King of Wands, please? And thank you. King of Wands. You gonna make it all about the King of Wands tonight? That's not you, Libra, but by the way, that's the King of Wands is not you. King of Wands. King of Wands. I already know that that's not you. King of Wands. King of Wands. King of Wands, please. All right. Well, let's see. Those go there. And these go here. All right then. Moving on to the Hermit. Why is Hermit here, please? Ooh. Okay, these cards are on fire. More for the Hermit? Are we done with the Hermit? Are we done? All right, that's it. No more. Don't get silly. Okay, why is the Devil here, please? Devil here. Why is the Devil here? Why is this card here, please? I'll cover their goodies. I'm covering their goodies. Why is the Devil here, please? Why is the Devil here, please? Devil, please. Is that it? We're just covering their goodies? All right. If that's all you want. Knight of Pentacles, please. Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. Okay, then. Is that it for the Five of Swords? Is that it? Is that it? Oh, my goodness. All right. All right. Oh, my goodness. Okay, fine. Wow. Okay, so again, you have the Seven of Swords here. That's the end of this deck. Okay. Oh, my ever-loving. You have the Two of Cups right under that. Somebody's trying to come towards you to create a Two of Cups. Yeah, they are. I just don't like it when they have to come sneaky, because it's just, that's a ridiculous thing to do. Okay? It can't start right and it'll end bad most of the time. But we just started this reading, so let's take a look, okay? You have the Queen of Cups at the bottom of this one. Okay. All right, it's going to get good. Let's go. Let's go. Oh my gosh, this card, I just realized, was there last night. This was, the Divine keeps asking you for patience, Libra. Are you being impatient with yourself, with a process? What's going on, Libra? What's going on? Are you fighting with your own self? You know, your higher self, where we go deep within and we're fighting with ourselves and how things should go, or how we view things should be, or why they're this way or that way. Remember, we started with the talk about fear. Fear leads to anxieties. And you see how I keep moving around and moving around? I don't know why, but tonight this chair just feels uncomfortable. And I sit here every night. But for some reason, this chair, I just can't seem to find a good positioning. So sometimes we feel anxious, and I think that's what I'm feeling through all of this that I'm bringing forth to you tonight. There's an anxiety here, and Spirit is telling you, have patience. We're working on it. Let's see what they're working on. Let's see. Let's see. This is, oh my. What did I say was at the bottom of the deck? The Queen of Cups. Look what just came out. The King of Cups. You're already a match. You're already a match. Someone is coming towards you, Libra. That is a definite. That is a definite. Now, if you're already married, please don't be buying into this love reading. You're already happily married. This is not your tarot read. I'm talking about people that are single, or people that are waiting for somebody to get their head out of their, right? All right. Wow. But you got the Two of Swords. The King of Cups is in the Two of Swords. Why come? I want to know. The Two of Swords to the Two of Wands? Who is it that they're talking about, Spirit? Who are they in all this bad energy with? Justice is coming. Are they coming? Is justice coming for the King of Cups? Or is justice going to be pronounced in favor of the King of Cups? I want to know. What is this? It's making my hand shake all of a sudden. What? Seven of Wands. We need a strategy. We need a strategy. Why do we need a strategy if there's justice? Someone that wants to come towards you is trying to think up a strategy because they want justice with you. They want justice with you. You hear that music? Reminds me of Texas all of a sudden. I know it has to be a Latin person of some sort, probably Dominican, because there's not a lot of Mexicans and Spanish people here. Just saying, okay? In case somebody wants to say, she's being racist. No, I'm not. They outnumber us. As Latin people, they outnumber us here, here in New Hampshire. Wow. 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 Or it could have been Puerto Rican person. Puerto Rican American. Nonetheless, you have the Seven of Wands telling, oh, I didn't notice that. He's got his hand out. Stop. So somebody is trying to revamp something. How do I approach Libra? How? How do I approach Libra? How do I approach Libra? Because I'm at a gridlock with Libra. We're at the Two of Swords. And the Two of Wands. We don't think alike. Something's going on there. But why is justice coming in? Why is it so important for them to have justice? Possibly because they don't want rejection this time around. Remember we talked about fear? Perfect example. These are all things that are within the person that's attracted to you and trying to come towards you. It's in their mind. It's in their heart. It's in their energy, their vibes. The fear. They fear you're not going to accept them. They fear you're not going to talk to them. They fear you're not going to accept whatever explanation they're coming to give. And they want justice. How am I going to approach Libra to where everything's going to fall into place the way I want it to? Well, first of all, let's try honesty. Honesty is the best policy. Someone once told me, you can't stomach the truth. Well, have you ever tried telling the truth to Libra? If you would have started with the truth, that would have been stomached, and most likely there would have been no relationship, but at least everybody would have been on board, on the same sheet of music, dancing or singing or walking to the same beat. But no, the lies have to come in, and then you have to unravel all the crazy energy of anger, deception, disappointment, right? Disappointment, because how are you going to feel flattered by someone coming back and they know they're in the Two of Swords with you, they know that they're in the Two of Wands with you, and they know that they have to think about some kind of strategy. So the divine is also telling you there's two messages here. One is, have patience with the process. This person isn't finished cooking, meaning God isn't finished with this person. Hopefully they'll get it right one day soon. If they do, great. If they don't, oh well. But the strategy they should be trying, I think, should be this. If I'm just basic me, no extra, no over the top, right? Like they say, doing too much. If I'm just me and I just tell Libra sincerely how I feel, where I've been, what I've been going through, why I act the way I act towards Libra, Libra's probably going to respect that a lot more than your strategies of how to get over them on them with the Two of Swords. They're going to get mad if they know that they smell a lie. So instead of fearing, just get over that and just talk to Libra normal. Libra is a very intelligent being. Libra, you don't give Libra the credit that Libra deserves. Most Libras are good listeners. Most Libras are logical. Most Libras may not have patience, but they'll let you talk. They'll listen long enough to discern. They'll pay attention intently so they know if you're lying or if you mean well. And at the end of the rainbow, we all know that everyone makes a mistake. So if you come in contrite, if you come in wanting to make a change and showing Libra, then Libra is going to give you the chance, if nothing else, to clear the air. Look at this. I'm coming in with the Seven of Swords. Okay, this is at the bottom. Coming in with the Seven of Swords, being sneaky. Why? Because I want that relationship back. I want that Two of Cups after all. Which Two of Cups? The Two of Cups that they don't have anymore. I wonder why. Like I said, instead of starting with the lies and conniving with the Two of Wands and the Two of Swords and the Seven of Wands, don't start on that foot. Start on the right foot. Because if not, look, of course it's going to be too hard to come towards the Libra. Of course it is. And the reason it's hard is because you're trying to do it in the sneaky way. You already told us you're in the Seven of Swords. So you already told us you can't be trusted. You already told us. You've already informed us, Cross-Watcher. I'm coming in the Seven of Swords. Look out, Libra. Big old neon sign flashing all around you, the lights. Stick out like a sore thumb. Okay, so we have the Two of Coins here. Because this is all contemplation. It's up in the air. Okay, what else do we have here? King of Wands. So you have the King of Cups. You got the King of Wands again. We have him here. He already came out. So you have the King of Wands twice. Ace of Wands. If it's the same king, I'm going to tell you what they're coming with. And I don't care whether it's a man or a woman. I'm going to tell you what they're coming with. They're coming in with two things with this Ace of Wands and the King of Wands. I want to come in loving. I need a new strategy. Seven of Wands. Libra doesn't trust me. Libra doesn't want me near them. Libra doesn't believe me with the Two of Wands and the Two of Swords. Right? They already know this. This is old news. But they also know that they should come in a more intelligent way, loving, intelligent way, hence the King of Cups energy. But what do they want to resort back to? The King of Wands. It's already so played out. You know, is it, I don't remember, is it Dave Chappelle or is it in Living Color? You know, the pimp ball, powder me. Remember? 2 sprays. Remember? Powder me, the baby powder, so they could slap up. Right? Yeah, sometimes I want to do that to the Cross-Watcher. So, why you want to be a pimp? I keep saying, and I'm so tired, I wish God would give us some more things to talk about except the peaches and the wands. But here you go again. You know, let me fall back on the wand because I know they like the wand. My God. Talk about pipe dream. Yeah, pun intended. You can only smoke so much pipe, okay? It's not good for you. Show us something different. Libras love variety, but not that sort. Libras love variety in intellect, beauty, charm, elegance, sophistication. What is sophisticated? I mean, what, Jeremy? What is it? Ron Jeremy? Is that what you want to come in as? You're going to be Ron Jeremy, the King of Wands here? Is that what you're trying to do? That's all you want to show us, Ron Jeremy? All I can hear, and you know, thank you, Spirit, for that. All I can hear in the background is that stupid raunchy music from those old porns, you know, the 70 and 80 porn music. Jesus Christ, help me. Give me, Lord. But you put it in my head. Is that what y'all are waiting for? Yeah, let's just get some of that. Yeah, that's going to make me love you more. Mm-hmm. For sure. For sure. All right. For shizzle, my nizzle. I don't know where that came from. But anyway, I had to get it out. 4 of Cups. Why? Because I'm bored. Libra. Save me from my boredom. Jeez Louise. Okay. They want the 6 of Cups back. They're bored where they are. I'm not lying. They're bored. But why'd you pick that boring thing anyway? Why'd you pick Helga or Ramon? You know, isn't that a good question, guys? Isn't that a good question? It's a valid question. Why, Crosswatcher, did you pick Helga or Ramon over the Libra? What was so special about those people that you're bored with now that Libra didn't have? Why is Libra all of a sudden the person you want to give your wand to? Why? You're not getting any action over there with the Four of Cups? Jeez. So coming back to the Six of Cups, this is a relationship from the past. Like we didn't know that. It's only written all over the place. Nine of Pentacles. I almost said Nine of Parasites. I'm not kidding. That's what almost came out of my mouth. Nine of Parasites. This person wants to be happy, but they have a parasitic life at present. And if truth be known, for the most part, they allow that to bleed into their character. And that's why they have such a, they're messy. Let's just put it that way. They're messy people that want to drag you into their messiness. No, one person is going to be in the beginning until there's balance in a relationship. One person is going to be more dominating, I should say dominating in the relationship energy than the other, right? But if the one that's dominating the relationship is toxic, how is that going to work out again, guys? Can y'all please tell me? It's not. You're going to become as toxic as they are. Why do you think they're bored and wanting to leave Helga and Ramon? Because that toxic energy has been played out. Yeah, se acabó. It's done. There's nothing new. There's nothing novel. There's nothing exciting about that because it's toxic. And once you've had one or known one toxic person, you might as well say, I can spot them a mile away. So now in their unhappiness, they're thinking about you. Nine of Cups to the Nine of Pentacles. They want it all. They want it all. They want the complete happiness with you. That's what they're talking about. I know I can have happiness with you. You're my happiness. I know that. I know you bring me joy. I know you bring me happiness. Look, I do understand, and I'm going to sit back just a moment, and I'm going to calm down my fervor, my little fervor of being a Libra, because being a Libra is very hard for me to be impartial once I see bullshit, right? The bullshit's all over the screen. But the issue is, people do change. So I have to give them that. However, seeing is believing. And I keep saying, show me, don't tell me. That's what the divine keeps whispering in my ear. Show me, but don't tell me. Or show me more than you tell me. Make it real. Make it happen. What's the name of that? I still can't remember the darn... Oh, Starsky and Hutch. Last month I said it, but I couldn't remember the name of the movie with what is his stupid name? Ben I can't remember his name. But he's just in the movie. He plays Starsky, and all he says when he's meeting the mafiosos, you know, the ones that are that he wants to pretend like he's somebody else, he says, "Do it, do it, just do it. Don't show us." I talk in movie lingo. Don't show us through your words, your flowery words, you know, Cyrano and I don't know, the sleight of the hand. Oh, nothing here to see. Yeah, we already know what you're about from the past. Show us a different you. Show us, if that's a genuine you, then okay, that's probably the only thing you can show us, and I'll give you that. But if that's not the genuine you, if there's more to you, if there's more depth to you, and you really aren't the heathen that you portray all the time, it seems like, then you need to show that part of you in a sincere manner. Because by now, you already, I think, have gotten the 411. Libra doesn't give a shit about anything that you've got to say. Libra wants you to show, okay? I mean, come on now. It's crazy. King of Wands, yet again, King of Wands. Why? Why are you here, King of Wands? King of Wands is in the Nine of Wands. Is this someone new or is this the same person? Nine of Wands. Judgment. There's a King of Wands under Judgment. This one wants justice and this one is going through judgment. I hope it's not the same person, but if it is, holy shnikes, I guess they deserve it. Let's see. Ooh, spilled water with the Ace of Cups. They're going through judgment for what they did to you, Libra. I don't make things up. I just read as I'm going. Okay? There's a big love here. And they foosbarred it, you know what. And the reason I'm saying that is because I'm an intuitive reader. So I'm tapping in and they're telling me this fool messed everything up. They had the purest form of love through Libra. There were no tricks. There was no pretentiousness. There was no pretending. There was no exaggerating. It was just, I love me some cross-watcher. And they messed that all up. Messed it all up. So they're under judgment right now. Heavy judgment because of what they've done to you. Coming out as King of Cups again. King of Cups is coming out again. King of Cups is here. So I'm telling you, what I'm hearing, actually it's the Knight of Cups, because the King of Cups is over here. Sorry, I don't have my glasses on. I know, I'm trying to wing it. What I hear the divine telling them is, we know you feel this. We know you feel this. It's time to act on it, and it's time to make it right. It's time to act on this feeling that you have. If you look at this card, at first I thought, well, all the love is spilling out. That's not what the divine is telling me right now. The divine is telling me it's so much love, it can't be contained. That's why it's coming out. It's so much. And because of that, I will give this person a little bit, just a little bit of benefit of the doubt. When you've never felt a love like that, or maybe you felt it and you were so much younger and you didn't know how to make that relationship grow and prosper, so it broke apart or whatever and it got damaged and it went away, and then you don't want to feel that kind of love, or you haven't felt that kind of love in so very long that it's foreign to you. And I think that's what's happening to this person that keeps trying to resort back to the King of Wands tactics, which is the wand, the peach. The mighty peach must win. The mighty wand. I must conquer everyone that I meet with my wand or peach. And the reason is, remember, our talk tonight is about fear. Fearing things and doing them anyway. Let's just be simple. Let's keep it real. It's just us. If every single person that has ever roamed this planet gave in to fear at every given time, nobody would ever get anything done. No one. We'd just be living in huts or houses or whatever. Whatever. Because nobody would be courageous enough to accomplish anything. So does it take a brave heart to not only encounter love, but to see it for what it is and to embrace it? Yeah. And to let yourself go into that love, now that's fear. Holy shit. That's fear, brother. That is fear. Why? Because you lose yourself. you can lose yourself in it because it's so beautiful and it's so encompassing that you feel like you're on cloud nine and your feet are not even touching the ground. But when that really comes and you don't embrace it, yeah, that's why they write movies. You know, that's why they film movies and they have those beautiful scripts that talk about those unrequited loves that even though you're married to someone else and you're old and gray and you're still haven't stopped thinking, daydreaming about that person that got away, the one. And that's sad. So you've got to get past the fear somehow, because if you don't, that's all it'll be, is one of those bittersweet moments that you have in your 80s or 90s before you go back home and say, I never got to be with this person. I should have dated this person. I should have talked to this person. I should have listened to them and actually seen what they were about, and not just the peach or the wand. You know, I keep saying below the waist. That's all we're into. It's sad. It's sad. It's provoking a lot of thought within me, and I hope it does within you, for all that are listening. So here we have the Page of Pentacles, because again, the word fear keeps coming out, but also the Page of Pentacles is a glimpse towards the desire to be courageous, to take a leap of faith and offer something tangible, something we can touch, smell, taste, right? Something meaningful. Eight of Wands, ever so hard, but also we want to do it quickly. And I want to say one thing. The Eight of Wands to me is representative of two things. Now I'm hearing anticipation. It's making me wait. It's keeping me waiting. Remember that song? Yeah. So they have this, I don't want to wait anymore. That's why the Eight of Wands is here. I want to do it now. And they also have this energy about, let's just take that bandage off quickly. Rip it off quick. You know, like I told y'all about the doggone wax story that I did to my fellow, it was so funny. I was in school and my best friend, he's gay, but he was so funny. And he wanted me to wax him. Well, I was an esthetician. I was going through school to become a licensed esthetician. And so that's skincare for people that don't know what that is. And so, okay, I obliged him. So he wanted to wax his chest. Oh my ever-loving God. I got one strip off of him and he was cursing, he was yelling, screaming, he was shouting, and he was red as a beet, and whoo, he never wanted that one again. But that's the equivalent of what I'm thinking, because they're like, okay, I want to do this fast. I can't wait anymore. But at the same time, I want to take that bandage off quickly. And I think that's a good idea. Because, I mean, what's quickly? For some of us, we've been waiting for years for that bandage to come off and for that decision, that final coin to finally fall. Heads, he's coming. She's coming. Tails, they're not. You know, we've been waiting for a long time. So for you, it might be you want to do it fast because all of a sudden you got an epiphany. But for the Libra, some Libras have been waiting for a long time for this. Talk about anticipation. Oh my gosh, the Ten of Swords. And look, it's a tattoo. Not kidding. Look at that. So very painful. So very painful. And I understand. I know that a lot of you are probably angry. And that's with reason. I was angry too when it was happening to me. This person has a lot of fear. Lots of fear. It paralyzes them. King of Pentacles, King of Wands to the King of Pentacles to the King of Cups. There's 3 kings in one. Last night, all 4 kings came out and the Emperor. Just to let you know, right now, you have 3 kings in one pile. You have the King of Wands, you have the King of Cups. Just make sure I'm talking. Yep. You can't have the King of Wands unless you have it from another deck. Well, actually, you already have the King of Wands. You have the King of Pentacles and you have the King of Cups all in one pile. So you have 3 kings in one pile. Are they growing up, Libra? That would be nice. And you know what? Disclosure. Growing up doesn't mean getting old fast. Growing up doesn't mean having to be super ultra strict or adulting 24/7. No, man, we still gotta play. It's not fun to have to go out of the house every freaking day or be glued to a computer all freaking day, to be making phone calls, appointments, fixing other people's problems, etc. And then you don't get to play? No, that's not what growing up means. Growing up means that you have the wisdom combined with the inner child, and it's balanced, and you know when it's time to play, and you know when it's time to be responsible, and you know when it's time to love, and and when it's time to hate, because even Proverbs and Ecclesiastics talks about that. So you can't hate me for bringing that one into the mix. There's a time for everything. There's a time for everything. Temperance is coming out again. Temperance is coming out again. I'm not going to move that angel from here. It's right here. It was the very first card I introduced. Temperance is coming out again. Remember what I keep telling you guys, when one card comes out over and over again, it's time to sit up and pay attention. Those are warnings. Those are flag posts. That's what this reading is about. Those are themes. This person is trying to grow. I can tell you that. Because the patience, the temperance card would not be coming out over them. They want this love as much as you do. But they know that, I think they finally realize, one, they've got to offer you something substantial and not just, I brought my wand with me, or I got my peach. So she's got her peach too, right? You were born with a peach? Yeah. Give me something else. What did Nacho Libre say? It gives me no nutrients. I need some nutrients. I told you. I talk in movie lingo. I haven't watched movies lately, by the way. The divine has had me very busy. I need some new repertoire. I know. I'm telling you. They're trying to grow. They're asking, or either they're asking for patience, or the divine is asking for patience. I think it's all of the above. I think that divine is asking you for patience if you want this person. I think the divine is trying to instill patience into this person because they want the 8 of Wands. It's like Billy Madison. Remember when he went to high school and he had to start at kindergarten because he didn't supposedly have a diploma and he had to go all the way up again? Yeah, and he got it done in 3 weeks or something like that? It doesn't work that way with the divine. It doesn't work that way with spirituality. It doesn't work that way with ascension. Unless it's severe, and then you're sick as a dog. Trust me. So if you have not been having ears to listen and an open third eye and crown chakra to be enlightened, it's going to take the divine a little bit of time to work with you, to get you up to par. So the 8 of Wands is awesome, but temperance already came out twice. So everyone involved needs to cool their little engines. There's a change that's coming. So long as you're patient. That's the Death card. Yeah, I like the urn. I know I'm morbid. What can I say? I'm a Libra. Deal with it. You got the Chariot. Is there a house move? There's a change coming. Is there a house move for you, Libra, or is there a house move for them? There's a change coming. There's a change coming. Very interesting. They're trying to change. I'm not telling you to wait. It's not my job to do that. That's your conscience. That's your life decisions. And you have free will. I'm just here to read the cards, to tell you what's up. The rest is on you, okay? That's your decision. Also, depends on how much damage they did to you. I'm not going to sit here in goodwill and tell you, yeah, they're coming back. You ought to get ready, you know, put some perfume on behind the ears. No. How much damage did they make? Was it destructive to the point to where there's nothing there anymore? Or do you still pine for this person? And if you're like me, for 2 years before I gave up, all I was praying is, it doesn't matter whether they end up with me or not. I don't care if he comes back or not. Yes, I'd love for him to come back. I'm human, I'm telling you. But the way I told Creator was, so long as you help him to grow up, help him to mature, help him to have discernment of what he did, all the destructive patterns, all the fear, all the promises broken, all the things, the lying, the cheating, the deceptions, the deception that started from conception, from the get-go, from 21 Jump Street. No, relationships are doomed to fail if they start with lies. Lord, just help him to grow up and see the error of his ways. I don't care if he doesn't come back. My heart will always yearn for that person, but I'll be happy and satisfied so long as you teach him where he went wrong and how to fix it. And that's all you can pray if you don't want them back. I'll be happy so long as he learns lessons not to be doing this over and over, right? Or she. The Hermit, talking about wisdom and maturity. The Hermit, the epitome of going within the lantern where the light is, to be illuminated, to become illuminated. And therefore, once you're illuminated, you can illuminate others. A lot of you that are here, I can safely say you're here because you want to expand your mind, your heart, your influence. And I don't mean just over your own life, but over the life of others. You have to share your wisdoms, but you have to also gather that wisdom and that maturity before you can do so. I'm speaking to the preaching to the choir, and I'm sitting in the choir at times myself. Y'all think I don't watch my videos? One, because I want to make sure I don't sound crazy or look crazy. Most of the time my hair does, I have to confess. But I digress. I watch because when I'm channeling like this intuitively, there's things that I may have missed and that I won't remember. But when I'm watching myself, it's not that I'm watching myself. I'm listening to the words of God that are coming out of my mouth. Okay? Because I too need to be filled, and I too need to learn life lessons. Where did I go wrong? How do I course correct? So long as we're all in that aspect of the self, there's no wrong we can do. Why? Because even when you're not doing what's good for yourself or others, you can always course correct because you're pliable. If you're not able, should I say, if you're not willing, you're not able. If you're willing, there's so many things that Creator can do through you and for you. But when you're not willing, you're a lost cause. Again, putting myself in the mix. I'm no better than anyone. Okay? So the Hermit is of great importance today. For yourself, gaining this knowledge about this person that's actually trying. Whoever I'm talking to today, whoever I'm picking up for today, your person is indeed trying to grow. Now that growth may happen super fast, that growth may happen slowly, but there's a final reckoning, a final recognition within this person's self. They were not mere perfection like they thought they were. They thought their poop didn't stink. They thought everybody should bow down and glorify them as if they were gods. They were not indeed. They were just mere humans like everyone else, trying to get along through life and trying to gain both knowledge and wisdom. You know? Stop and think about it. We're here to learn. So I'm not in judgment of this person. If this person needs more time, so be it. But if you cannot stand to give this person time, so be it. You need to march on and you need to do life. You don't wait around for no one, because everybody matures at different levels and everybody gets to the finish line at a different time, or everyone would win the race. Yeah, the Hermit. Seven of Swords is back. Seven of Swords is back. Now I'm going to say something that's going to possibly rub certain people the wrong way. I'm sorry, honey. I'm sorry. I've had a family member in my life that, a sibling, that was a drug addict. And my best friend who passed away, her brother was also a drug addict. So I'm saying all this with love when I'm using this as a metaphor. Here comes the Seven of Swords again. Now for the disclosure. So, again, when people are not balanced, or when people are just starting out on a new journey of discovery of self or a different part of themselves, what happens? Especially if you are a recovering drug addict of any kind, whether it's alcohol, pills, heroin, whatever, even anger management, you're going to slip. You're going to slip. Or things happen that get you anxious and you feel like you're going to spiral, right? So we go from the acknowledgement that things need to change. I'm changing. I'm trying to change. I have to have patience with myself, with the process, with the divine, with the Libra. But here we have the Seven of Swords. What does that mean to me with the Hermit? Well, what it's shouting at me is shortcut, shortcut, shortcut. No, no, and no. There's no shortcuts, because you're going to fall off the wagon. We don't want that. We don't want you to resort back to the King of Wands, you know, with the peach and the wand. We don't want that. We don't want you to resort back to sneaky tactics to get your way. It's not going to work with the Libra again anyway. It probably worked the first 5 or 10 times, but the Libra has become a lot more sophisticated since you've been gone. Yeah, I can breathe for the first time. Why? Because Libra's not thinking about that. Every time you came sneaky with the Seven of Swords. You came to get and get gone. I'm going to say that again. You came to get, and then you got gone. No, Libra's not falling for that little trick again. So come with new and improved you. We understand. You're still growing. We understand. But don't insult the Libra's intelligence. Okay? Seven of Swords, the Hermit to the King of Swords. Final King is on the table. The final King is on the table. The final King is on the table. But the King comes in with logic. So why would the logic be pointing this King to the Seven of Swords? That's what I'm asking. Because they want that new beginning at all costs. That's why. I'm going to get this new beginning at all costs. Okay, but the Ace of Swords is not only a new beginning, it's the truth. It's the truth in a just manner. So where's the truth, King of Swords? Where's the truth? Because that's what the Libra's going to ask you. I'm just getting you ready for the convo. Okay? Knight of Pentacles. They want the new beginning. It's going to be a solid new beginning, but it's going to go slow as hell. My. What else, Spirit? Five of Cups back again? Why? Why? Why must we have the Five of Cups? Why? I don't understand. Can you tell me, Spirit? Help me to understand this. Because there's still This King of Swords that's trying to become all of these other kings, they're still in reflection. See that? It's the moon. See the mirror? There's still things that they've got to look into the mirror and see and recognize within themselves. Because if they don't, again, we're resorting back to the old. Again, I akined it to what? I likened it unto like the addictions. They're hard to kick. And there's time you're fiending, and there's time that you're having cravings, etc. What I've been told by working with these individuals, bless their heart, that have all these issues. It's even symptoms that we write down as being part of a medical team. So I'm not saying anything unkind. I'm giving facts. So this person may have bad habits, ugly habits, dangerous habits. They have to quell those. They have to quench those. They have to smash those once and for all if they're going to be a good person in your life, a good staple in your life. Otherwise, all they're going to bring you is someone who looks like the neat little package. I cleaned up my act. I cleaned everything up. I've learned my lesson. But then they're resorting back to the King of Wands and to the Seven of Swords energy. No, there's still more reflection to be done, my dear cross watcher, my dear exes out there from Libra. There's still a lot. You must go within, and you must go to the root. And that root, I don't care. I mean, geez, Monsanto, I don't even want to mention this, but you know, the weed killer? Yeah. You better get that weed be gone. You better go get that weed killer, because that weed killer is, that Roundup is what you need. Because if you don't kill that nastiest part of you, cross watcher, that part of you that has some kind of an addiction or bad habit that's going to bleed onto your life with Libra, you're setting yourself up, as well as you're setting the Libra up for a rise that's so beautiful. I mean, my gosh, I'm seeing it in my head, and it's like visions of just fairy tales, love fairy tales. The most beautiful relationship you ever want to hear about or experience. But then it's also going to crash immediately. As soon as those fiending type of cravings to do those things you're not supposed to be doing, cross watcher, come back. So unless you're willing to go so deep, the moon in the mirror, and you got to kill it. You got to grab it by its roots so it doesn't come back. Otherwise, it's not going to work. And I know that the Libra would do anything for you if you talk to the Libra. You want to go to counseling? Let's go to counseling. You want to, talk it out? Let's talk it out. You want to be real? Let's be real. But pretending because you started the work, it's not going to work out. You need to do it all the way. And that could take years, and that's okay. But feeling like, okay, I did this, that, and the other. I call it a gloss over. I polished it. You see the floor? Okay, did you do the other fixtures? Because they're still dusty. Did you clean the toilet? That one's really dirty. Huh? The toilet. Where all the bullshit goes. Yeah. So all of that, unless you have like, I don't know, 100 pair of galoshes, no, you got to do the work for it to be a healthy relationship that's long lasting for the both of you, and that's actually going to work out for both of you. You got to do the work. The devil here. Why is the devil here? The devil is here with the Seven of Pentacles. So money is important to someone, either the Libra, or it's important to the cross watcher, or it could be important to both. I think right now it's the Libra that it's important to, because I feel that the Libra is driven at this time, which is a good thing. Libras are not always ambitious. Libras are more about building community, building romance, relationships, friendships, having a happy home. When you do have a Libra that's thinking as well about finances, capital, building wealth of some kind, that's a good thing. That means they're using their logical side for other than just overthinking. You have the Knight of Coins. Why is the Knight of Coins here? Knight of Coins is here with the Emperor. Didn't we already talk about the Knight of Coins earlier? No, that was the Page of Coins. Nope, I swear I thought I saw the Knight of Coins. Yep. I'm not getting senile yet. Not yet, guys. Knight of Coins to the Knight of Coins. Again with the slow and steady. I can't talk all of a sudden. I'm slurring. The Emperor is coming. Slow and steady. You want this person, you're going to have to give them time to grow up. End of story. Maturity will come with time, age, and desire. Why do I say it like that? Because people, again, don't all grow up or become wise all at once. Some of us, we have the school of hard knocks before we learn our lessons. And that means change. Oh, okay, let me do something different. For that maturity and that wisdom to set in, for it to really truly set in and become part of who they are, it's going to take time. The third part is there has to be a desire, a genuine desire within themselves to change, to really change from the roots, tearing out those roots, because those roots never provided stability or something that was a positive. It could have at one time started out as a root that was there to protect them from fear of intimacy, real intimacy, and love and affection, feeling it and giving it, showing it. But then it became something overgrown, as weeds do, and it became something gross, something ugly. The wand and the peach all the time? No. We don't live in some, oh my gosh. Now, again, they're not wanting me to say this, Sodom and Gomorrah. We don't live in that necessarily. That comes from greed. That comes from wanting to have overcompensation for something else. And the something else was, if I have all this going on, I don't have to have feelings that are emotions. The feelings I have are from the waist down. So again, those weeds need to be pulled out from the roots. They need to be exterminated. Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords. The Emperor's in the Nine of Swords. Because again, the growth that it's going to take to really set in is going to take time. Three of Swords. Three of Swords. Nine of Swords to the Three of Swords, guys. The Empress. Emperor to the Empress. The Emperor to the Empress, guys. Y'all hearing me? Choice. The Lovers. The Choice card. The Queen of Wands. Do I choose the Empress? Not the Empress that has my children per se, but the true Empress. The one that makes my heart sing and fly, and I feel like I'm 2 feet taller, and I feel like I'm on top of the world, and every day has sunshine and butterflies and rainbows in it because they exist in it. Or do I stay with the Queen of Wands? Decisions. Either ways, there's going to be a heartache. Why? Because I have to decide to break one person's heart or the other. Whose heart, in the end, do I finish breaking? The Queen of Wands or the Empress of my heart? Well, newsflash, you've already broken your Empress. You've already broken their heart. The Libra has been brokenhearted, then it turns to anger, then it turns to resentment, then it turns to healing. And most Libras are already to the point of healing. to the point of almost being completely healed without you. So the choice there again is not mine as a tarot reader to make, because if it were my ability to take away people's free will, I would say, well, cross-watcher, it seems like it's an easy task there. Come back to the Libra and do the right thing, because that, after all, is your heart. And your heart is where your home is, right? Or where it should be. But I can't do that because I don't take people's free will. Everyone has an opportunity to make their own decision, as they should. So the only thing I can conclude with this ending of this particular pile is you're a match. The Emperor to the Empress. You're a complete match. However, because you have free will, if you wish to stay with the Queen of Wands, that's your choice. The last pile is the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords. And I'm sorry if I got emotional, but I am an empath. And you can feel the energy. You can feel the energy. This person, as much as they love you, Libra, and they're trying to grow, they wouldn't be trying to grow if they didn't love you. I will give them that. It's not as easy as they think. And some of you have been running. Ascension-wise, spirituality-wise, you guys are coming in with more of whatever from the past, right? A past life. You brought that with you, that knowledge, that acknowledgement, those tools. This person may have brought in tools as well, but they're different than yours. So you've already been running. This person is learning how to walk. They couldn't even crawl before. So I am giving them the benefit of the doubt and kudos for trying, because they're trying to be an emperor all at once. It doesn't work that way. It takes time. You didn't learn to walk in one day. You didn't learn to speak in one day. You didn't learn to feed yourself in one day. You didn't learn to go into the potty by yourself in one day. It takes time, and being spiritually mature, it takes time, especially if you've never been there. But they're trying. They're trying. But the ever endeavor of, what do I do? Who do I choose? I cannot choose for you, cross-watcher. But if I could give you any advice, is go within yourself. Go deep within once you remove those roots that are the weeds. And once you do that, don't weigh the pros and cons as to who benefits me more than the other, who has more clout than the other, who has more money or properties or better family than the other. Who makes your heart sing? Who brings you unlimited joy just by being in their presence? Who makes the room light up when they walk in? Who do you yearn for all the time? Who do you dream about? Who do you daydream about? Who do you fantasize about? Who do you see yourself growing old with? Who do you envision sharing things with? And who do you think about when you have things you want to share and talk to about? Who do you consider your best friend, that no matter what you do to them or no matter what happens, they still love you no matter what? Then, and only then, and also who's going to take care of you in your old age, then and only then you have your answer. It's not about who my family likes, who my family wants me to choose, who my friends desire me to be with, who looks better on my arm, who can give me children. Those are all external things. Who makes more money? When I tell them who I'm with, they do this, that, and the other, and it just makes me look so good. They're beautiful, or they're handsome. Oh, standing next to them, I'm so proud of that. Okay, if that's what you're into, then pick that. Pick that. Easy. That's the only thing I can tell you advice-wise. Back to the Five of Swords. Also, who makes you grow? Not forcibly, but who encourages you by either silence or gentle prodding. Who is helping you to grow as a person, as a human being? You have the Tower here. Could have sworn we already had the Tower before, but could be wrong. You have the Tower here with the Five of Swords. You have the Wheel of Fortune. These things are trying to end, people. You have the ending right there with the Death card. You have the Tower here with this Wheel of Fortune. This is in desperate need of ending this past life of the Cross Watcher, so that this beautiful new Wheel of Fortune can bring in all this beautiful magical time of love and bliss and togetherness and laughter. The joy that laughter can bring when two people can laugh at themselves, at each other, at situations, can help each other to get through situations in a loving way, in a supportive way. The Knight of Swords coming in quick. This Wheel of Fortune wants to come in quick, but there is a demolition that wants to occur here first. The Hermit again. You already have the Hermit right here as the base card. You have the Hermit again. There's a lot of wisdom that must be incurred. Pretend like you have a basket and just keep putting that wisdom in. If I could pick up each and every stone and just put it, as an example into the basket. Collect your wisdom, your maturity, life experience. Make good choices. What's that saying? It's not how you start out in life, it's how you end. That matters. Your last card here. It's the Four of Pentacles. There's security in what you're trying to gain, what you're trying to get, what you're trying to accomplish. There is security there. It's promised. It's promised. Wow. Okay, with the Quantum Oracle, what advice could you further give the Libra, please, and thank you? What advice? You had the King and Queen of Cups, by the way, and you have the Empress and the Emperor to represent you today, this relationship. What advice could you give us, please, and thank you? These cards are beautiful, by the way, aren't they? If you're gonna go by the cover of this box, you would never buy them. Literally, you would never buy them because it just doesn't give any justice to the beauty of the cards and how well thought out they are by whomever produced them. Okay, all right. Anything else, please, and thank you. Oh, we got another flipper. Okay. Wow. One more, please, or two more, and that's it. That's too many, Spirit. Let's try one more time. Thank you. And they still come out with three. I told you, Spirit is naughty. Whatever they want, they get. And since they're so good to me, what am I supposed to do? Complain to Archangel Michael? Yeah, let's do that. Let's see how well that goes for me. Hi to everyone, by the way. Anybody that has joined since me saying hello and greeting you, thank you so much for coming. Please do consider hitting that like button. Please do consider subscribing. So with this beautiful deck, wow, it's talking about energy. It's the card number 2. It's got Yeah, is it a compass? No, it's a clock. Like a grandfather clock or something like that. Not a grandfather, a pocket watch is what I meant to say. It's a grid, there's maps, planning and action. So again, I've been telling you guys that just because January maybe, was going a little bit quirky there, it's not time to rest on your laurels. It's time to get things done. So if it's in the planning stage, then go to work, please. Do what you need to do for yourself. Get your ducks in a row. Consciousness, we've been talking about that. Happy success. You're trying to grow? What are you trying to grow? Trying to grow and expand your mind, your consciousness? Are you trying to get to that crystalline stage? Well, I hope that you are. I'd love that for you, but I also then have to ask, are you changing your diet? Are you making sure that that diet is not too heavy for you and that you do cleanse here and there your energy? Now, what I was going to say to people, because everybody is different. There's different people that are watching me. For example, just this one channel. You can be of any persuasion of religion or belief. So if you prefer holy water, get holy water. If you prefer medallions, get medallions. If you prefer a cross, get a cross. If you prefer, charms, or if you prefer crystals, whatever you believe in, create an amulet for yourself and use it for protection. Use it for your success. Are you trying to build wealth? Are you trying to build stability? What are you trying to do? Again, for those that are going to be joining the membership, we can start these classes and I can start teaching you how to do these things for yourself so that you can have them in your home, in your office, and know what to place in your home, in your office, to bring you the stability and the wealth that you need, the protection you need. Happy success. Once you're balanced and stable, you can have all the success that you want. It's assured, but you've got to get there, right? It's in the planning and then the arrival, right? Again, I know this person wants to run. He's a perfect example, or she is. You want to run, but that doesn't mean you should be running. That means that you should be covering all your bases, learning as much as you can, be stable, and then you start to run. Can't run before you learn to walk. Or I should say you can, but you sooner or later have to stop, and then after that dynamic, that pull, right, of going forward, and you're motionless, you fall on your face. You don't want that energy. They're giving you the energy for courage. It literally says that down below. So again, the divine is offering you up the energy of courage. Be your own knight. Be your own hero in your own life. Write your own story. Cycle. There's an increase coming. There's an increase coming. Look at that. There's an increase. So if you're trying to increase your wealth, well, it's on its way. Balance, stability, courage, planning, success, consciousness. Look at that. Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. I might just stand up to show you this one. My goodness. Remember, I just opened this box. How magnificent. Angels of the Four Corners. Now they're making me want to cry. I used to work with this energy a lot when I did my work, my healing works, my Reiki, my crystal shamanism. When I prayed over people that would come for assistance with clearings. That's beautiful, guys. God is here with you. The divine has his hand on your life. So at one time or another, obviously you had to have asked for this help, this guidance, this protection. They're here. They're here. Family, people. Look at that. You don't have a family? It's okay. Some of us had families that we were born into, and it just didn't work out. And I'm saying it that way to be polite to both sides. It just didn't work out. whether they were your children, whether they were your parents, whether they were your siblings. It just didn't work out. It didn't click. It's okay. Family can be friends. And sometimes, believe it or not, those are the most beautiful connections you make. And the reason? Because when you can choose your family, those are people that actually want you in their life and that you actually want them in yours. You connect on all levels. You can laugh together, play together, have a good time together, talk, listen, commune. Right? Best family ever. Because sometimes you just don't get the luck of the draw. That's part of your mission, is having rotten apples for a family. And you're the one that's made to feel like you don't fit in. And that's because you're not supposed to fit in. Plain and simple. Family is coming. Family is coming. Maybe you're going to meet someone who has family. Maybe you're the one that has family and you share them with someone that's coming back or someone new that's coming into your life. Family is of importance at this time. And your soul tribe is your family. And they too are important because they came on the same mission or similar missions as you and can help you, and you can guide each other, and you can create stability for one another as a support group. Okay? And your last card. Oh, wow, look at this. Oh, my gosh. What? It's the same card? Look, you get 2 cards. I'm telling you. You got 2 cards of energy. And now you have 2 cards of consciousness. You see this? They're saying happy success. You're going in the right direction, Libra. This person's going in the right direction if they give themselves patience to succeed fully. Look at this last card. It says consciousness. It says optimism. Look at that. It looks to me like this is the Empress. Look at that. Everything that she's reaching out her energy to is growing. Look at that. Look at that. Optimism. Be optimistic. Happy success. Keep going. The angels of the 4 directions. If you want me to tell you who they are, for me, the angels of the 4 directions are Uriel, Gabriel, Raphael, Bikahuna, Michael. Of course, we're not going to forget you, Metatron, but right now we're not talking about you. You got the 4 big guns working on your behalf. The 4 big guns are working on this person's behalf too, to help them to grow into who they're supposed to become, to master the self. And sometimes the self is having restraint. Wisdom. Wisdom. Do I use my wand? Do I not use the wand? Do I use my mouth? Do I use my brain? Do I use my thoughts to create? What do I do? What's the right and not so good decision? This is all working on your behalf right now. And whoever needs courage, whether that's you or whether that's this person, the courage is there to take. It's there to be had. Look how beautiful. Look at the beautiful white light of God. I just can't. It's just so beautiful. If it's beautiful on a card, can you imagine being there? Can you imagine there? There's days, and I'm not trying to get off on a tangent. There's days when I contemplate when I go back home and being nothing but pure light again, and imagining what it's going to be like to bathe in that energy again, because of course we're wearing these suits temporarily. We are known by those that know us by our outer appearance. When they see us, sometimes they see our light and sometimes they don't. That's because they're not tapped in. But God sees it. And one day when you go back home, you'll know and experience it again. So beautiful. So beautiful. In the end, this has been your reading. If you say, Victoria Violet, none of this made sense to me, it's not what I'm going through, and I reaped no benefits of watching you today, then I say, well, friend, not all stories belong to us. Sometimes they're to be shared. So if you know someone that's going through any of this, maybe share a way. Maybe they could learn something. Maybe they can grow from this video or the words that the divine have shared through me today. If this is your story and you want this person, you're going to have to give it more time. What's that saying? A watched pot never boils. And others could say, well, let me help them along. Too many spoons in the pot. Just too many cooks in the kitchen. No. You already have 4 big guns that are trying their utter best to help this individual grow and to have patience for themselves and with the process. They're also here to help you grow, because believe it or not, just because they're learning to walk doesn't mean you can't stop running, that you have to stop running. You have to keep running at your own pace. Some of us are doing the old man jog in spirituality. Hey, at least you're doing it. You started somewhere, keep going. Keep going. But you've got a ways to go. Your ascended master's in the works. While this person is barely understanding their spiritual side and the fact that they were not always in a human body, and that there's something other than a beautiful, lovely book that they need to learn about, where their God is concerned. God is in us and all around us, working through us and through others as our teachers, our mentors, our examples of good and bad, what to do and what not to do. Again, this has been your reading, beautiful Sunday reading. I hope that this will have lent you gas. Please do consider being part of this family. I appreciate you, and I absolutely love seeing all of you by name when you return. It makes me very happy, and it makes my work worthwhile. Thank you again, everyone that has been here, and I hope to see you again. Tomorrow's another day. Go forth and do great things, guys. Good night. Much love and light to you. Thank you for sharing your time with me.